All right, so drawing people, something I hear about a lot, and people say, I can only draw stick people, and that is totally fine. That's how it starts. So most people, when they're younger, start off drawing like this. The head, arms, legs, and a face. It's simple. We get it though. We see a head, arms, and legs. We know it's a person. After that, this is a good starting point. Then we start to graduate to a stick person, usually something like this. Also, it's a great place to start. I mean, we know it's a person right away, but you can actually add to this. So if you're drawing a stick person, the next step is just taking the body, making it a little bit wider, giving it some dimension, maybe some shoes, and maybe some hands. And you go draw a stick person again, instead of a circle for a head, try this. Try an oval shape, sort of an upside down egg shape for your head shape. And then for a neck and torso, legs a lot longer than what stick people are usually drawn as. This part of the body right here, the hips, should be about halfway between the feet and the top of the head. And then instead of just a stick for an arm, you could take the arm and sort of bend it a little bit, give it a little bit more realism just by adding an elbow joint to it. And then again, the same thing. If you draw stick people like this, take it to the next level. Just go over all the lines and make everything thicker. Maybe some ears, some more detail, a hint of a nose, eyebrows. So we're starting to get more realistic already. What I'd like to see you eventually try is this. A stick person, well, instead of a stick person, starting with the head shape, then coming down right away and indicate the feet or the heels. So I went straight right away. I went from the head right down to the feet right away. And this midpoint, so if you kind of measure between these two spots, about halfway is where we would see the hips. And this time I'm going to start, instead of sticks, what I'm really going to draw with is circles. So I have head, my feet are going to be here, and then hips, and then right away I'll do shoulders, knees, elbows, wrist, elbow, wrist. And then you start to connect these together. So instead of a stick neck, I start off with just a neck. Connect those to the shoulders. So it's nondescript. There's no details on it. Sometimes I draw these from the wooden figures. I may have them in class. I'm going to add feet to it. This foot, I'm going to add just when the foot's facing you. And one to the side like this. And then for the face, you don't have to add a face to it, but the face is a whole other story with a breakdown of measurements. So I kind of split it in half like this, just to give it a quick indication of the eyes always go right in the middle of the head. The hairline always comes down a little bit. Ears start right at the eye line. Nose comes down about halfway to here. Mouth. So you can see the kind of progression. We're going to try this in class, trying to draw human figures. And then you can add some clothing. And if you're drawing lightly, you can kind of erase a lot of the finding lines we made in the beginning.